Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. I want to start the video with just having a nice intention setting. So if you can just close your eyes and take a full deep breath and hold it for 2 seconds. And then exhale through your mouth. I call upon Archangel Michael to give us a beautiful protection of white light and a shield to protect our energy. I also call upon Archangel Metatron to give us insight and knowledge to help guide us on our path and journey. And let's take one more deep, full breath. And exhale. Okay, so I hope you're feeling a bit more grounded. So the intention I started out with protection and also with guidance is in regards to my topic today. I made a post on my Instagram, and I'll link my Instagram page below in the details, about how sometimes when we have a setback, we can feel like we failed, or that that we're at square one and we have to start all over again and all these different things, and that everything was just for nothing, and that I don't know why we wasted our time, and it can make us feel incredibly discouraged and upset, and all these kinds of feelings come up. Like, so much shame comes up every time we feel like there's a setback or we feel failure. Shame is one of the big ones that come up. We feel shame for not having succeeded, or for things not working out how we wanted to, or not being where we want to be, not getting what we want, or things not turning out how we had hoped that they would. So all of that can bring up tons of emotions for us. But I want to bring attention to the fact that things not working out don't mean that things aren't working out for you, and that you are definitely not a failure, and that there are so many key points here that we need to look at that are really important, that are going to help you on your journey. So what I mean by that is, when things aren't happening at the speed that you want them to, or maybe they're not working out the way you're envisioning them to, then you can use that as almost like a map or encyclopedia. I don't even know what I'm trying to say here. You're going to use that as a way to guide you and to kind of look at something in more detail to see if that's actually the path for you, because there's so many reasons why something won't work out for us. So if we're going to look at this on like a spiritual spectrum, which I always look through things through a spiritual lens as much as I can, and even when I'm not doing that, I have to, later on, when I'm not feeling so much in my ego and emotions, then I can look at it through that lens and help to see more clearly. Because when we're in our ego and our wounded self comes out and really heavy with those emotions, it doesn't allow us to see things clearly through the lens anymore. It just makes everything clouded, and we, like I said, all that shame and all those emotions come up. So what I invite you to do instead is, when things aren't moving the way you want them to, or didn't turn out the way you want them to, is to pause, is to practice that pause that I've talked about. And that is, in the book by Tara, what's the book called? Radical Acceptance. So when you practice the pause, it means to stop and allowing what is to be to come up, and to look at all the details and see that perhaps that isn't actually what's for you, and maybe there's something better, and maybe it's not the right time, and that if this unfolds at this moment right now, then it's not going to pan out for you. Maybe it needs to unfold at a different time so that it can pan out for you. Or maybe there's, like I said, there's something better for you, an alternate route that you're just not kind of seeing right now. And you're just so clouded with like your ego being like attached to this one possible outcome that you're missing the much greater picture. And maybe the universe wants to stop you and be like, hold up, this is like not for you, this is for you over here. So that can, be hard to look at things from that perspective when you're in your ego and all those, wounding emotions are coming up. So that's why I want to invite everyone to pause and to not look at a setback as a failure. Instead of, you can look at it as a recalibration of your, I guess, the setting of your frequency and vibration for your manifestations in your life. You can look at it as a way that you are recalibrating and kind of being clearer. Maybe you weren't clear with what it is that you want, or maybe you're not even clear with what it is that you want, because I can tell you right now that if you're not clear with what you want from your heart's desire, it's not coming clearly from you that this is what you want, and you're going for something because you feel like it's something you should do, or something that someone else is telling you to do, or just if you're being guided towards something that isn't like coming from an authentic place, then that's not a clear vibration. That's just going to lead you into all these like roadblocks until you do get to a place where you're going to be led authentically through your heart center to something that is your true soul purpose and desires and things like that. So that is something to really keep in mind. So sometimes we make choices. Well, most times we make choices from our ego and from our conditioning and all those things in life. And we choose or don't choose things in life based on that. And we continue on this path with that mindset. And they don't work out. Things don't work out how we want them to. And, maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe there is a reason for that. Maybe there's a reason for that roadblock, because that's not the path we're going to. And all the things you did to lead you to that roadblock weren't like for nothing. It wasn't like a failure. It wasn't a waste of time, because all the experiences that lead you to whatever roadblocks that you always get or setbacks are always going to be tools for you to carry with you. They're going to be more knowledge and experiences and healing or whatever it is on your learning, in your experience that you're having on your journey to lead you towards where you need to be, where you are meant to be. And so the reason I'm calling that attention to this is because we often see the setbacks as something negative, but if we can see the setbacks as valuable as the breakthroughs, then that is going to be so paramount and in our journey and going towards where we're supposed to go. And I just think that it's a game changer when we can be in a place where we can, and it's not about like, let's just pick ourselves up and, try again kind of thing. Like, yes, absolutely, we're going to do that. But that's not what this is about. This is about tapping into that setback and seeing, okay, what is it? What am I missing here? What is it that is not for me? Or maybe we're pushing forward for something and going hard for something that isn't for us. And so maybe we need to take a step back and let the cards fall where they may, and allow. The art of allowing is also important. Allow things to be that are meant to be and to fall into place when they're meant to, which is divine timing. That doesn't mean you're going to sit around like a bump on a log in your whole life and just be like, ooh, everything's just going to happen to me. I don't have to try for anything in my life. No, that's not what it means. Of course, you're going to try. You're going to go and do things that you need to. You're going to, work to make money if you have to, pay your bills, and, you're going to eat and to do all the things you need to do to survive your daily lives, and, set your goals and intentions and work towards those things. But the spiritual energetic component of that is really, really crucial when we're on our journey. And people, I say everybody, this is including myself, we can get really bogged down when we're in that place where things didn't work out how we wanted them to. And then it just lowers our vibration like so much, and it really brings us to a place of like shame, as I mentioned, and we feel like this failure and that we're not good enough. That at the end of the day, that shame, what it like boils down to is that we feel unworthy and that we're not good enough. And so the trick is to not go there. And of course we're all going to go there when we have not done any healing, and it automatically goes there. It's like on autopilot, the ego. But if we can bring ourselves to an awareness so that we know when that's happening, and so we're not casting judgment upon ourselves, but just, and it's not to say you can't allow those feelings to come up. Absolutely allow any feelings that you feel to come up. Like, allow all of them. They all have a place to exist, a safe space to exist. But it's not allowing them to take you down. It's being aware of them and noting that they're there and saying, I'm feeling like this. I know that I'm not unworthy and all those things, but I'm being triggered by this right now, and it's making that come up for me. So that's okay. Let it come up. Let it do what it needs to. But know that you know that you're not at that place. You're not unworthy, and you're not unlovable, and that you're not a failure, and all those things, because that's just your ego and your wounded self speaking from that place. So lots of rambling. None of these videos are ever scripted, as you can tell. So I just speak from what I want to talk about. So this is an important one right now. Everyone's going through lots of feelings of sadness. We're trying to decide what we're going to do with our lives now. This new, I don't want to say new, the way things are shifting energetically, or even in the world with everything that's happening right now, it's obviously causing an energetic shift. And with that, people are starting to think like, what are they going to do with their lives? What can I do differently? It's causing everyone to shift their focus on things, which is completely natural. So you're going to be trying new things perhaps, and there's going to be setbacks. There's going to be, some things that don't work out, don't pan out, that fall through, and that totally like blow up in your face. And there's going to be some hurt feelings there, and it's okay. But I just want to invite you to look at that not as a failure, but as an indication that we need to pause and maybe fine tune and recalibrate our desires, what we're thinking, what we want, and where are we going? Are we being led by our ego, by fear, and by panic that I should be doing this because this is my expectations, that this is what I should be doing? Are we being led by our true purpose and our true heart's desires? What are you being led by? And that is really important. So when we have setbacks and things like that, giving us that time to pause and recalibrate and look at our situation, it just is a moment that we can really focus in on what is it that we want? What didn't work? What will work? Maybe we're trying too hard. Maybe we can sit back and allow some more. Maybe we can ask for help by prayers or other people. Who knows? Whatever that looks like for you is okay. Maybe there's some more healing we need to do. Maybe it's a million things. Who knows? But either way, it's not a failure. It doesn't mean that you haven't succeeded. It doesn't mean that things are still not going to work out for you the way you want them to, or even better. You have no idea how many great things are waiting for you. But I don't want us to get stuck on this idea that a setback is a failure and that all of that stuff was for naught, because it was absolutely not. It was very valuable and very, very crucial to learn all those things to help us with further along in our journey. So never ever think of any past things as a waste of time, because they never are, I promise. So anyways, this video is just really a reminder to honor yourself no matter where you are in your journey, and that any kind of setback is honestly just as valuable as the breakthroughs. The setbacks are just as valuable as the breakthroughs. And honestly, this is exactly like the dark being as valuable as the light. They both are important. They both are really important components of the whole. And so we have to start looking at it that way. We can't just be, of course you can be happy and celebrate the breakthroughs. Obviously it's gonna, elicit different types of emotions, but the point is that we need to value the setbacks as much as the breakthroughs. Maybe it won't elicit the same emotions from you, but they're both just as valuable for different reasons. And really understanding that is going to help you so much on your journey. And so I just really wanted to talk about that today. It's been a really big reminder for myself and a learning experience for myself with all the setbacks that I've had in my life, which there have been plenty. and it's okay. I'm not down on myself for it. Things are still going forward, and I'm really excited for what the future has for me. So I just want that kind of excitement for everyone, and learning not to take away like the value from our setbacks is going to be able to help us to hold on to that excitement for the future and for what the breakthroughs are to come, and just to allow us to cultivate that energy and vibration, to be in that energy of receiving and allowing the things to come to us that are meant to come to us. So I really hope this video was helpful. If you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. I hope you're having an awesome day. And just a reminder that I am taking clients for spiritual direction right now, which are all virtual, and you can message me. The first consultation, which is 30 minutes, is free. So message me for any details. Have an awesome day. Be good to yourself and stay well. Bye.